that that's one of the finest people you'll ever meet.
And I'd like to say this, and I have to be careful, but the Oaks family is one of the finest families that I have ever known. And through this group, how many it was baptized? 6 in your family at one time? 6? And there's 5 or 6. And their dad was a fine person. And this is the kind of thing that the troop we're very proud of. And I'm proud of all the boys in our troop. Heath, I want you to come up here just a minute. She's the lady, she's the lady that when I came home, the side was off of the car, you know. She's the lady that puts up with me, and she's been a scout widow, but until her boy, come on right up here, until her boy became the senior patrol leader, and when we moved to Dallas, he became the Explorer advisor, or the Explorer president. And you know how many Explorers was in Circle 10 Council? 35,000 boys was in that. 35,000. You think about it. And Brian last year became that. He found out that wasn't too bad. You know, we only had 32,000 boys in Mobile. We're out there with that many Explorers. And I know this was a sad time, but you didn't hear what Billy said. And I wanted you to hear what he said. That when your dad passed away and I was at camp, that I put him in charge of the troop. And I want you to hear that. And Etha has some fond memories, but you know what? She's also been a big crybaby about me leaving her. And so I'm going to give her a crybaby award of a frying pan. She said she was going to hit me with it, but no, this is for being she has really backed me up, and I love her, and we've been married 35 years, and she has been through this in scouting, and she knows all of the her boy came home crying with senior patrol leader, and she got excited. She got mad with me. Why do you let them boys pick on my boy? He said, I couldn't help it, you know. And when he came, when he got up in front of 10,000 Explorers, he got sick, and he came home. She said, why did you let? I didn't let him do that. The only thing is, I got to tell one tale on Heath. When I been the scout leader for 10 years before my boy got old enough. And so we would go camping, and you guys know we left on Friday night, and we had to bring a sack lunch. And in my sack lunch was a bologna sandwich, and when you take the last piece of the bologna out, what happens? There's a piece of paper on there. Well, that piece of paper was on that bologna sandwich, you know, and I'm out in the woods trying to eat that soggy sandwiches. Okay, guess what? When my boy got in the troop, we had fried chicken, we had all that. How many miles done that? But you see what I done? Pete and Herbie, I took their chicken and stuff. See? I think if we missed anyone at all, there's going to, Paul, how did I miss you? Okay. I am very sorry.
That's all right. Well, I got involved in the scouting with a militant church, and I was in scouting with George and his brothers. And one of the fondest memories I have of Jack was when we first went to Marbella. We were one of the first troops up there. We were clearing the land, and together, and that was one reason I got involved in the church here, was through the scouting program. And recently here, this past January, I was ordained deacon in the church, and I guess one of the biggest highlights of my life was when his son Brian came back to participate in the ordination service. So I can just say from my own personal standpoint that scouting played a big important part in my life, and I'm sure it did in all of us.
I would like to say now, we have an award ceremony after dinner, so please, if you don't have to leave, please don't leave, because we are going to have a ceremony, and I would like for you, will you check and see how close they are staffed up for lunch? So this, I was hoping that this wouldn't get into the testimony type, but there were a lot of you that wasn't here when we opened this, and Paul, I really appreciate what you said, and one of the reasons that I'm here, and Franklin's here, and Raymond, is that we chose to serve Jesus Christ, and this is one of my ways that I can do this, and I'm not going to preach to you guys. I try to do that with examples, and I hope that you guys will be an example to whoever, or have been an example, and I know you have. Now, as I said, for the ones that might leave, in the morning at the 11 o'clock service at this congregation, in our organization in the church, we have different priesthood members, and recently I received I received the World Community Award from the World Church of 30 years of working with the youth. And you can see the flag, and I was presented this, and as most of you guys here helped me, I was the only and the youngest Scoutmaster in 1952 that received a Silver Beaver. And it was you guys that helped me because our troop was so outstanding. But in our makeup of priesthood, we have different orders. And I have just been ordained a high priest in the church, which is in the leadership. We have a missionary or a 70, and we have one of our young men that is a 70, and it's George Tillman. Well, Rod, I call him George, but tomorrow at 11 o'clock, he will bring the sermon, and I would really like for all of you to be here tomorrow and to hear him. And I know that through this troop and through the dedication of his family, and the reason that I keep saying I think that George is chosen to be a missionary in this church, and when we're going to hear some more, but he's going to retire and go under full church appointment. He'll be working for this church or for Christ full time, and that's the way we like to say it. And what did you say? Okay, what we need to do, guys, is as usual, we need to set up the tables. But before we do that, please don't anyone leave unless you have to. Tommy, would you introduce your wife? And
my wife, Rachel. We've been married 19 years. This is why. This is my little tiger cub, Tom Second. And with her today is her sister, Helen, who lives here in Mobile.
guys, y'all been married that long? Okay, what we would like to do is to set up the
I had 2 hours. Is that right? Yeah, looks like. Okay. If I could, it'll do the 6 hours. It'll do just about anything you want it to do. But I wish Sam, I bought it back a party. Hey, come on, girl. First, guy said, just try it out and you like it. What did you do? You tried it and liked it.
come out, pretty soon they're going to come out with one where you don't even have to have the table back anymore. They've got data has one. Sony has it already. I'm sure it's going to invest in VCR is going to come out.
Well, I want you guys to decide. This one is for Brother Booker, and I want you guys to decide. Yeah. And I don't know how far that it goes back, but it's one of the older ones. And we had someone that's got all of our ribbons. He's got over 140 ribbons. And okay. Yeah, that's it. I know I wouldn't have saw it, you know. That's mine, Emmett. Is that yours? Yeah. Tell him how many you had, because I only said 57. He was trying to find out how many I if you went down here, then you got a lot more than I did. Time's up. I was just looking at it what they all are. Oh, someone picked it up?
Yeah, they got it. There's one. There it is right here.
Oh, okay. Boy, I hope you do better with them boys down there than that. At least he won't tear them to death.
I thought Pete burned his arm that night.
Well, he had, the glass was on him, and it was in his hair, and I said, Lord, help me. Glass was all over. I was so worried about his eyes. And I said, boy, I ain't never done that.
Let me tell you.
It's all right, but I don't know. And it doesn't have to push people on it. I don't think we got
When you get old, you lose that.
Look, I'm younger than you are, and I can't remember.
You're supposed to.
No. Scoutmaster never forgets a name or a face.
That was a while ago. Those 10 years was pretty.
We'll get names now.
Yeah, we called him and he's supposed to be here. He was out of town. We have called him and he's with a telephone company.
Yeah.
And he was going to be here today.
Me and Bill James both are. I called Bill James and he was going to try to get over.
But it's
You know,
hard.
we
to-
inducted Des Moines into the OA.
Yeah.
There. Remember the year we had the ceremony and we didn't have to read from a book?
Yeah, right.
I remember y'all snickering at something
Yeah,
I
right.
said, and I mispronounced the word, and I heard all
You
y'all.
got a good memory.
Look, there's too many memories not to forget.
Yeah, right. This is good ones in these are.
Actually, he did down in the bio. I remember the ceremony, you know. And after
Yeah.
we worked hard.
Well, like Tommy was the only guy though that went on to be elected the chief, and Billy? Did Tommy ever get elected chief of the whole? Yeah, he's vice chief. Yeah, of the area. But we had a rough time with those that Cherokee 50 lodge up there. Give us a tough time because they had so many.
Doing fine. Doing real good. He's retired, so he's going to be on the farm and let his cows. He comes out and plays with him every now and then, so he's still getting around good. He's doing a lot better. Oh, you remember. You were playing on here.
Squeezing in up under your name.
Or just train yours around like you have. What do you think about that? Oh, man. Yeah, I think so.
Nothing to do all year. She's been 1 week.
That's the one that
Even though she doesn't work in her schedule.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I'm going where you go.
Okay, well, just stay here. We're going to present some awards.
Did you want this set?
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, but what if they aren't, but I'll get them. Hey, everybody, let's be seated.
up with the long distance on, we're going to give one to, for military achievement, and one for the business achievement, and one to one of our mothers. And the first award that we have, and incidentally, my friend Jack Mullet, who was with me at Brooklyn and has made plaques for Troop 12 30 years, he made the wood part, and I built the plaque. And it saved quite a bit of money on this. So I want you to look at these awards, and these awards represent all of us. It's very difficult when you give awards, but they are certain people in certain categories. And the first one that I would like to give is Pac-12 became reality because this lady cared about her family and others. She founded the PAC for her son just as she started the RLDS Girls Program for her daughter. This was just the beginning of her community involvement. And you probably know now that I'm talking about Judy May. Judy May has served as president, vice president, and chairwoman of many committees of the American Business Women's Association. She has been a member of the Joint Legislation Council, where she held both local and state offices. While active in the community, she has served her church in such areas as church school teachers and directors, youth camps, and many capacities. She is at present women's leader in this congregation. She was chairman of the committee who planned and raised the money for the kitchen, where your lunch is and will be served today. Judy May has always worked outside her home, and she has been with the National Maritime Union and the Welfare and Pensions Division for more than 20 years, and has obtained outstanding reviews. Judy May is still active in her church and in her community and with the Boy Scouts. Judy May, would you come up with your family? And I want all Judy May's family. See, sometimes the families and the dads and everybody, but this has your name on it, and we want to thank you. You see, there's a lot of important women, but Julia started the Cup Pack. And congratulations. Cecil said that he have a wide angle lens.
Thank you, Jack.
Okay. Well, it's yeah. I can't read too well, but I'm going to do this because it's my honor to do this. And I'm going to read this. I'll put my glasses on. Maybe it'll help. No, I got mine, Franklin. This award is for achievement in the military. And this one goes to George Roderick Tillman. And I'm going to read this, but George is very inspiring to me, and most of you know that. George, I have to be very careful not to be biased, but I'd like to read you this, and you can see why that George has been chosen for this. George Roderick Tillman was a member of Troop 12 during its initial stages in the early 50s. I want to report. I got to start over, George. George Roderick Tillman was a member of Troop 12 during its initial stages in the early 50s. Soon after that, his family moved across the bay to Daphne, Alabama, where Rod attended Fairhope High School. He won honors in public speaking and athletics. Upon graduation, Rod accepted a full football scholarship to Florida State University. He was a first-string performer during his sophomore year, but during his junior year became dissatisfied with many aspects surrounding the football program. Rod worked for a short time in Mobile and continued to receive letters asking him to return to Florida State, as well as invitations from various professional teams. During this year of indecision, Rod considered many avenues, and finally the one that surfaced was a decision to attend Graceland College. It was while at Graceland that Rod met his wife, the former Kathleen Collette. Did I say that right? Okay. From Midland, Michigan. Upon leaving Graceland, Rod entered the military under the officers training program. Prior to entering into training, Rod and Kathy were married in December of 1964. There have been many high points and low points in over 20 years of military service. The high points being the many places they have lived and visited, the numerous friends they have made in those areas, and the benefits associated with a military career. The low points, of course, have been the separations and uncertainties associated with Rod's aspect of service. Rod was initially commissioned as an infantry officer specializing in airborne and ranger operations. Later, further training in special forces in the Green Beret activities, and is currently a lieutenant colonel on the U.S. Force Command staff dealing in special operations area. During his military career, Rod has received numerous awards for achievement and recognition for heroism. During 1.5 years in Vietnam, among his many awards are, I'd like for you to listen closely, 2 Silver Stars, 3 Bronze Stars, the Soldier's Medal, the Meritorious Service Medal, the Air Medal, and the Purple Heart. Rod is also a master parachutist with over 100 jumps and is the holder of the Combat Infantry Badge, a Ranger Tab, and Special Forces Tab. Academically, Rod graduated from the Armed Forces Staff College and also has a bachelor's degree in physical education and recreation and a master's degree in human relations. Rod most recently has been involved in the airborne Ranger operation in Grenada and special operations activity in Central America. But he is quick to point out that the area where he has received the most enjoyment and satisfaction is helping others attain the quality of life that is experienced in Christian relationships. His desire to be a witness for Christ to others and develop a better understanding of Christ in their lives and recognize him as a living, loving reality. Rod was ordained a priest in November 1961 and an elder in September of 1979 and a 70 April of 1982. Rod will be retiring from the military service in July and will go under full-time church appointment in August. Rod and Kathy have 3 boys, Greg 11, Drew 9, and Chad 6. The family is looking forward to retirement from one phase of service into the adventure that lies ahead under church service. Rod, will you and Kathy come